Everyone, welcome Jessica to the Maury Show. Now, backstage is Jessica's husband of 17 years, Brook. You see, Jessica and Brook are raising 6 kids. And they're also planning to adopt 2 more. So now you see that look on her face, you know, and it's not from happiness. Because she believes that Brook, who by the way is in the National Guard, has been engaging in sexual free-for-alls while he's away on so-called missions. And Jessica goes so far to say that Brook may be actually living a secret double life. Watch.
I've known my husband my entire life. He's the only thing that I've ever known and the only thing that I've ever loved. When I was 15, I lost my virginity to my husband, and we had our first child together. Our parents were so angry, we weren't allowed to see each other anymore. We never gave up on our love. And at age 18, we were able to get back together. When I was 21 years old, right before we got married, my husband finally confessed to me that he did have an affair. Today, I'm noticing that my husband is starting to act the exact same way he did back then. I believe my husband's cheating on me and has been for the last 17 years. We have 8 children together. I don't know how he could do this to our family. To make matters worse, I feel that he uses his job in the National Guard to cover up his affairs. I'm determined to find out if my husband is leading a secret double life.
So you believe the 17-year marriage has been a scam?
I've known this man my entire life. We grew up down the road from each other. We've known each other since we were 4. We went to school together. He's my best friend. He's the love of my life. He's the only man I've ever known.
You all got married, I think, at 21. So by
Yes.
he admitted that he did cheat on you one time before you got married.
He had asked me to marry him, and before we actually went through with our marriage, he had confessed that he had an affair. But I loved him. It didn't matter. I thought that it was a one-time thing. We were young.
And so for the most part, over all these years, you think he's been a pretty good guy?
Yes.
What's it been like the last 2 years?
In 2017, I had cancer, and I had to go through lots of surgeries, and my husband completely stopped touching me, having sex with me.
So guys in the National Guard, you know, they have to go away. I don't know if it's every year, but whatever. And they go away for either weekends or a month at a time. So he went away for a month, right? Mm-hmm. And usually when he goes away, you all are in touch all the time.
Oh, yeah.
You got FaceTime and kids and everything else. Not this last time.
No. On August 30th, my husband had to go away for one of his missions, which is normal and regular. I dropped him off at the airport, and it was like he disappeared. I never saw him. I never heard from him.
And then you had a tracker on his phone, though, didn't you?
I did. I had to call Verizon.
And you had a tracker on his phone, and he seemed to be places that you didn't think that he said he wasn't.
It came up different addresses in Louisiana, which is where he was, but then it would tag outside of Louisiana, would tag at strip clubs. I would ask him about it, and it would be Verizon's wrong. Google's wrong. Facebook is wrong.
And then you set him up, you catfished him. You went onto his phone like you were selling yourself for sex.
Yep. I had one of my very good friends pretend to be a woman who would pay to play because I found some of those apps on his phone. So I would talk to my husband as this friend of mine would be one of these women. And my friend would be texting him saying, hey, I'd like to meet up and have sex for this amount. My husband all of a sudden had to hang up and go to a friend's house. And I said, okay, you know, I'll talk to you later, I love you. And my friend and my husband had a time to meet up for sex, and I showed up, and it was me.
And what did he say? How did he defend himself on that?
I'm sorry, it was an accident, won't happen again.
I see. We're gonna bring him out. He thinks he's still faithful to you.
Yes, 100%.
We're gonna find out. Here's your husband. Good to see you. Nice to see you. Have a seat. First of all, Brook, we all want to thank you for your service.
Thank you.
She believes that your 17-year marriage is in deep trouble. Do you feel the same way?
Just like any other marriage, you got issues, and I feel like I've explained myself as best I could.
What have the last 2 weeks been like after you came home from your month of service?
It's been crazy.
Why didn't you call your wife or contact your wife for a lot of those weeks?
Most of the time I was training, so I mean I can't use my phone while I'm training.
You did in previous years, didn't you?
This was different. This was different training.
Maury, Brooke, I'd like to tell you something. I didn't bring you here to ruin your career or ruin your life, or I brought you here because I love you, and I've tried to talk to you for months now, and that I've asked you for answers, and the answers were always, I don't know, and I can't remember. You never had an answer for me. Why you didn't want to have sex with me, why you didn't love me enough to call me or call your kids, or why we weren't good enough to be a part of your life, even though I gave you every part of my life. I brought you here because I love you, and I want you to know that you're everything to me, that we need to be everything to you.
Do you have a hard time explaining yourself?
Sometimes most of the time I just don't have the words.
Why haven't you been intimate with your wife in the last 2 years?
Well, the way it started was she had the cancer.
Right.
And the doctor said that it was painful.
Right.
To have sex for her. And so that's how it started to cut back. And then after that, it was just a combination of I worked and I'm tired and we argued a lot.
It is painful to have sex sometimes, but when I came to you and told you that the times that I was obviously intimate, when I would get naked and be next to you and come on to you, obviously at that point, obviously it wasn't too painful for me to have sex. When I told you that it was killing me inside for you not to want to touch me, that it was making me get to the point that I was willing to go to have surgery to make myself look different, to be so you could be attractive to me.
I don't want you to change. I like the way you look. I think you're beautiful.
Then you would have sex with me.
But then, the bigger picture is you have 8 kids, 6 of your own, 2 you adopted. There's a lot riding on this.
I agree.
What's going to happen if he fails the test?
I guess I'll be raising the kids by myself and he'll be paying for it.
Anything you want to tell him before we have the test results?
I guess you've been so honest with me and you've been so faithful with me. When you were at your mission, you went away for a day. We couldn't find you. There was no answers for where you were. We had a big incident with our son who had to be taken to the hospital. You just were nowhere to be found. No answers to where you were at. Where were you?
I told you. I was in the living room, hanging out with my friends, just relaxing.
Okay. Ralph, here we go. Did you ever tell Jessica you were out of town on a mission when you were really sleeping with another woman? You said no. The lie detector test determined that was a lie. While you were away on your most recent mission for the Guard, did you sleep with another woman? You said no. The lie detector test determined that was a lie. Did you sleep with the woman who texted both your phone and Jessica's phone? You said no. The lie detector test determined that was a lie. Did the restaurant and bar receipts Jessica found in your bag come from you going out with another woman? You said no. The lie detector test determined that was a lie. Did the money come up missing because you were using it to pay women to sleep with you? You said no. The lie detector test determined that was a lie. And finally, did you sleep with Jessica the night you got back from your most recent training to try to cover up your cheating? And you said no, and the lie detector test determined
that was a lie.
That was a lie. Jessica, there is a huge family at stake. Brooke, can you repair this damage?
I know I didn't do anything, so I guess I don't.
Maury, he failed my test badly. I ended up
Is it all about this recent episode, this recent mission, or is it more?
It's been more.
I see. I mean, there are a lot of people involved in this family. I want you to meet with my counselor before you go. Thanks for watching, everybody. It's time to tell the truth. Make sure to subscribe to my channel for more lie detector results. and click here for more videos.